Good morning, Bob. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, good morning. Yes.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome all of you to the conference section, Smart Embedded System. My name is Nguyễn Ngọc Cao, Assistant Professor in Department of Smart Computing at Kyongdong University in Korea. So I will be your session chair today morning. Together with me, Dr. Azaivo from Indonesia will be the co-chair of this conference section. So thank you, Dr. Azaivo, for your collaboration. So could you please give us some introduction about yourself?
Hello. Okay, yes, good morning, Professor Kao. Thank you very much and welcome to Smart Cyber Conference 2020. Will be held today and tomorrow. So I will assist Professor Kao as a co-chair for this session in session 2. Okay, thank you, Professor Kao.
Thank you, Professor. And thank you for all presenters and participants here for your contribution and participation. So before getting started, I would like to remind everyone that every presenter will have 15 minutes for their talk and 5 minutes for the question. Okay, so please stick with the schedule. So for participants, if you have any questions, so please keep it to the end of the presentation and raise your hand if you want to talk. Okay, so let's begin with the first presentation. So presenter will be talking about the implementation of the motorcycle monitoring system, and please welcome him. Okay, so you can start now.
Okay, thank you, sir. Assalamualaikum. Good morning, Dr. Prof. Dr. Nguyen and Prof. Efizal. I would like to say thank you for coming to this presentation. Let me introduce myself. My name is Yudi Arta. I come from Indonesia. In this opportunity, I would like to present my paper entitled with implementation. Wait a minute, share screen.
Okay, so please share your screen.
Okay, so ini, okay, sir. Share screen. Okay, share. Okay, thank you, sir. In Indonesia, okay, I'm repeat again. I would like to present my paper entitled with the implementation of motorcycle monitoring using Bluetooth. Bluetooth with an Android-based microcontroller using Arduino. In Indonesia, the sales of motorcycles are 6 times higher when compared with cars. The average sales per year are 6 million units, while car vehicles are only 1 million units. This figure in the beside put Indonesia in the top position among the country of South Asia, while in the second position there's Vietnam. The growth is quite significant to reach 3 million units. And the criminal in Indonesia, the Indonesian Central Statistic Agency, or the BPS, has slightly increased the rate of crime in 2011 to 2013, especially motor vehicle theft. It has risen 8.3% compared to previous years. It increased from 39.172 42.508 incidents, and the source the bps.go.id. Okay, when talking about the security locks in the motorcycle, they are usually of the variety of the conventional key used by motorcycle, such as chain lock, disc lock, alarm, and the air lock. And the new generation to combine the security is the first smartphone. Technological advance rapidly increasing, so that almost every individual already has a gadget, both in the form of the smartphone or tablet. And the second is the Arduino. This is the architecture design to motorcycle security. Android to connect to the Bluetooth and connected the Arduino and the send information to the relay and to switch off the motorcycles. Okay, this is design motorcycle control system, and this is the relay starter. Look in the figure. Okay, and this is the Arduino model design. Okay, the result of this experiment is to see whether the system is good or not when it is the use, and we repeat it 3 times with the different condition, length and height, to get the more accurate data. Okay. This is the result. Bluetooth connectivity distance test to turn on the engine on the motorcycle. From the distance test, the results are obtained with the Bluetooth connection to turn on. The engine on the motorbike will function properly at the distance of the 12 meters. Besides that, at the distance of the 13 meter, Bluetooth connectivity cannot be connected properly. But Bluetooth is still possible to connect. The Bluetooth connection will not be able to connect if the distance between the user and the motorcycle is more than 30 meters. From the table 2, you can see how the result of the connection between Bluetooth and the controller to turn on the motorcycle engine with the certain distance. The result will be obtained where the Bluetooth connection will be connected properly at a distance of the 9 meters. If there's a barrier, use in the front of a wall with the height of the 2.5 meters, and has wall thickness of the 11 centimeters. With the barrier, with this barrier, the ability of the Bluetooth connection to be connected. And this is the result of the table 3. From the test that have been the carry, or in tables 1 and 2, then in table 3 we can see how the connection between Bluetooth and the controller with a certain height range with the position of the smartphone vertically aligned with the motorcycle. In this test, the Bluetooth connection is enabled to the turn of the motorcycle. to motorcycle engine will be connected properly at a 6 meter and has no connection at a distance of the accumulator. Okay, this is the result. Bluetooth, the connectivity distance test to turn off the engine of on the motorcycle. In the table 4, it can be seen how the connectivity based on the different distance to turn off the motorcycle engine can run well. From the distance testing, the results are obtained with the Bluetooth connection to turn off the engine on the motorbike will function properly at a distance of 12 meters without any obstacles. Okay, this is the table 5. It can be seen how the result of the connection between Bluetooth and the controller to insert the motorcycle engine with a certain distance obtained where the Bluetooth connection will be connected properly at the distance 9 meters. If there is a barrier between the smartphone and the controller. In this the test and the barrier used is in the form of the wall with the height 2.5 meters and the wall thickness of the 11 centimeters too. With this barrier, the ability to Bluetooth connection to be connected becomes reduced. This is the table 6 Bluetooth connectivity. From the test in the table 6 above, the connection between Bluetooth and the controller with the certain height range is obtained where the Bluetooth connection that is enabled to turn off the motorcycle engine will be connected properly at an altitude of 6 meters. Okay, this is test. Is carried on altitude and is parallel to the motorbike below. The result of this test can be seen in the table 4 and 6, but the Bluetooth cannot be connected to the controller. The smartphone is at the altitude of the more than 7 meters. The conclusion, this system can be controlled properly according to spike distance. Okay, and this system work with the relay switching schema, schemes which can be activity via a microcontroller using Bluetooth on the smartphone, and the results show that the system has been able to work according to the schema designed with the maximum distance of communication between smartphone and the motorcycle via Bluetooth media is the 12 meters. This system can increase the level of the vehicle safety. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for your great attention, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for your insightful presentation. So, anyone have question? Anyone have question? Okay, so thank you. So I have a question for you. So in your presentation, you're talking about the connectivity. So the distance of the communication. So my concern is that how about the security problem? So how do we make sure that nobody else can open the motorcycle devices? Can you hear my question?
Okay, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so again, so in your presentation, you focus on the connectivity of the device. So, but my concern is about the security problem. So, how do you make sure that nobody else can open, can access to the system? I mean, can open the motorcycle devices?
The system using the password in the Android smartphone, sir. Personal password, sir.
Personal password in the smartphone?
Yes, sir. In the system, when they connected the system, the user to using the password or the personal password in the system, sir.
Okay, so they will be using the password of the smartphone or the password of the system in the motorcycle.
Use the personal password in our smartphone, sir.
Okay, so thank you very much for your presentation. So let's move on to our next presentation. So the presenter will be presenting about a new methods for determination of transformer oil quality. So please, everyone, so please welcome him.
Okay, thank you.
So, hello?
Yes,
Can
I
you?
can hear.
Okay. I would like to share the screen first. There you go. Okay. Well, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for having me today. My name is Obiti Saputra. I'm from Unisula Semarang, Indonesia. I studied about electrical engineering, and it's an honor for me to present my paper, which titled DGA Method Based on Fuzzy for Determination of Transformer Oil Quality. All right. And also, thanks for Mr. Nguyen and Mr. Dr. Efisel too for having me today. Without further ado, let's go to the introduction here. As you can see, there are three pictures that describe how important the DGA for the security of the transformer itself. So as you know that electrical is already become a primary need for our society, and it will bring a new risk for the transformer itself. It will bring overload risk, so that we have to be more secure about the failure that transformer get because of the overload of the electricity used. Like as you can see from the second picture there, the animation one, the blue box is the transformer. Transformer is the tools that is used to distribute the electricity, and it is the main tools to distribute the electricity, so that if the electricity used for a high load, it will makes the transformer overheat and it will blows up like the pictures in the with the fire over there. The transformer for failure and how the failure affect the society, as I already said before, because it distributes the electricity and we use the electricity like every day. The importance of the oil quality. So if we talk about the transformer itself, it will be the main reason for us to be more concerned about the maintenance. So oil quality have a relation with maintenance stuff like that. So we have to keep the oil quality to prevent the failure. Prevent the failures by optimizing the method. So we get the new methods to be, to make the methods, the methods that already exist be more perfect like that. So let's go to the objectives here to understand how the oil quality affect the society, as I already explained before, and prevent the failures transformer, and DGA method based on fuzzy to determine the quality. So DGA is not a new method. DGA is a method that already exists before, but we make a new, what is it called? We combine it. We combine it with fuzzy, so it make a new. It makes DGA more. More perfect. I mean like that to determine the quality. So this is the transformer here. There are four samples. There are four samples for the oil quality, and this is the box here is Morgan Schaffer. This is the tools that used to test the oil sample with DJ methods. I will show you the result from these tools after this. So the methodology, let me read it for you. Various cases that occur in the transformer and detected through the DJA test. The failure in the transformer can be classified into several cases, such as partial discharge, discharge of low energy, discharge of high energy, D2, thermal fault, it's under 300 degrees, T1, thermal fault between 370 degrees and 7 degrees, in T2, and thermal fault T3, it's above 700 degrees. And there are several methods to conduct the analysis as stated in IEEE, which is total dice of combustible gases, TDCG, Duval triangle, and Rogers ratio. And three of them is DGA methods. So I use these three methods as my input to determine the quality by using fuzzy logic, of course. Total dice of combustible gases. Here are the description, the quick description. So TDCG just show you the condition about the transformer. So in condition 1, it's normal. Condition 2, start high. 3, beware of insulation decomposition and insulation damage. And then the second one is RRM or Rogers ratio method. This method is quite complicated because it's using a ratio, but this is the decrease. So we just have to match the result that we have to that we already calculate into this decrease. And then Duval triangle method, the last. This method is quite popular in a power plant company. They use it to determine the condition of the oil. So like I already said before, there are PD, partial discharge, T1 in the triangle, and there is a red dot that placed in any area in this triangle. So it will define that the condition of the oil itself. And then this is the fuzzy logic that I used. So to find out the quality of the 4 oil samples, the resources used, there's in here me and my team, used as a supporting medium in making decision. Fuzzy logic is a tool that is used to determine a complicated system which is difficult to be modeled, or there is an abundance of ambiguity on the system, of course, because I'm using 3 methods, so there will be a different result for that to get the one oil quality. There are 3 inputs needed from the DGA method, such as Rogers ratio, Duval triangle, and TDCG. This is the scheme. Rogers here as an input, and then this is the progress. This is the rules, and then the calculating system stuff, and then the output will be the quality. Next, this is the data. This is the data analysis. This is the data that we got from Morgan Schaffer. There is some contents of hydrogen, methane, carbon monoxide in the oil. So we really need this to to calculating the methods, the DGA method. So we really need this kind of methods, kind of contents. The number 10 TDCG, there is the number of the TDCG itself is 324. This is for the sample 1, and the right one is sample 2. I'm using only 2 sample. Actually, I'm using 4 sample in here. Then this is the RRM, the ratio. So I calculate the ratio here, and the result is 020 for the code, and 020 it indicates T1 or thermal 1, which is under 300 degrees for sample 1. And in the left and in the right side here, as you can see, there are 2 triangle, Duval's triangle, and there's a red dot there in T1, in the blue box there. It also indicates thermal 1. So basically, Rogers ratio and Duval's triangle have the same result actually. But in sample 2, for the Rogers ratio, it's the code is 002. It means in the decrease itself, it's not indicate anything. I mean, like it's an unknown condition. So we got nothing from sample 2 by using RR methods or Rogers ratio method. But in Duval's triangle, we get the T3 here. It shows T3. So it means it's the oil quality is getting into the overheat. And then this is the TDCG. It's all the result from the sample for all the samples, sample 1, sample 2, and till sample 4. And we have to focus on the TDCG level here, 324, 725. And then we just have to match the contents of the TDCG into the decrease of the TDCG itself. Like in the second, in table 4.6 there, the TDCG levels, we got the TDCG levels, and then the condition here, and we can decide which condition the oil is. Like this, C1 for the condition 1 for sample 1, sample 2, condition 2, sample 3, condition 2 also, sample 4, and condition 2 also. So we got all the results for the DJ methods. Now we have to convert it into quality, right? Because it's only the condition of the oil. It's not the quality of the oil. So there are 3 level here: bad, good, and excellent. I'm making in a Mamdani fuzzy logic by using MATLAB. So this is the progress also, the picture of the progress and the membership function plots. This is the rules. I need to make a rules for the decision. Rogers, there are two options: unknown and failure. Duval's, there are 3: T1, T2, and T3. TDCG, K1, K2, K3, and K4. And then you just I'm just combining, and I decide which is it will be excellent, good, or bad, just like that. And then after all, we got the numbers of the function like this. Sample 1 shows that 62 for the fuzzy result. So 62 in fuzzy result, there will be ambiguity. It will be in good sector or in an excellent sector. But by using this fuzzy, we can decide which sector it will be perfect for the oil quality. So in here, the rules that we've made for the oil quality is in the excellent range. And sample 2 is 24.5 in a bad range, and sample 3 20.2 in a bad range too, and sample 4 21.9 in a bad range too. So the summary is that the oil quality is important to prevent the transformer failure. And to prevent, we need to optimize the methods. DGA based on fuzzy as a new method to determine the oil quality is capable based on the research that we've done. So I think that's all. Thanks for your attention. Back to the chairman. Thanks.
Okay, thank you for your excellent presentation. So I have a question for you. Okay, so anyone have question? Okay, so I have a question for you. So you talk about the oil quality, so it will related to transformer failure, right?
Yeah.
And so my question is there why do you focus on the transformer failure? But I believe that the oil quality can impact it. I mean, it can have an effect in different domain or different problem, right? So why do you focus on the transformer failure? Could you please share with me?
Okay. I have two reasons basically to explain to you why do we have to concern about the transformer failure.
Yeah.
Transformer failure, if we, as you know that our society increases, so the electricity will be, they need a lot of electricity. So it will make the transformer work harder than before. So it will bring a new risk, which is overheat. It will make the transformer overheat, of course. So and the other reason is that we need to prevent this overheat by keep the quality of the oil itself.
Yeah.
And the others, but the others value, I know it is important too but transformer is the main tools to distribute the electricity. So this is so that's the main reason. So.
Okay, thank you for your answer. So I have another question. So could you please share with us about your future direction? So what is your future work based on this research?
Okay. Basically, I'm going to working on a power plant company or something like that. By using this, by using this research, I believe I can go there. So just like that.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so let's move on to our next presentation. So presenter will be talking about the real-time access control system method using the face recognition. Okay, so everyone, so please welcome him.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes.
No. Mr. Opi, could you please make me the host? Because there's some problem now. You become the host, so I want to you to give me back the host permission. Yes, John. Okay, so you click to my name and make me the host. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Okay, so please go ahead.
Oh, I can't share my screen.
Now you can share, I believe. Okay, thank you. Wonderful.
Good morning. Hello, everyone. My name is Gabit. Today, I want to present this paper titled Real-Time Access Control System Method using face recognition. As we know, face recognition system is among other biometric methods are recently popular in person identification and bank payments and for unlocking a smartphone and for entrance system. This face recognition is technology to capable to identify a person from digital face image. So general method is comparing selected face features from given image captured from the sensor with the face images in the stored in the database. This technology started in the in about 1966, but become more popular and advanced in recently because of new methods of and advance of computing technology. So applications of this using face recognition is this access controls in the security systems, the payment verification, unlock smartphone, and the automatic indexing of images, and the human-computer interaction, also video surveillance. So this is an illustration of access control system using face recognition. This image sensor first captures face image of the person and sends to PC, and also records the time and if it's the person is authorized person, so it sends to this device and opens a door, give access to enter. This is a comparison of other biometric systems in terms of technical and non-technical weakness. So fingerprint, it has a low throughput, so it can only can identify only one person in the one time. But while face recognition can recognize several persons at one time at the same time, and it's contactless in terms of hygiene. It needs touch contact to sensor, and iris identification system is also has low throughput comparing to face recognition, and it's the high cost. It requires expensive devices. For face recognition, its weakness is difficulty is needs to large data to train good optimized generalized model to will generalize it to use for everyone. And it's also convenient, and it's also advantages is convenient, and it's contactless. The challenges in face recognition system is lighting, changing in lighting. So brightness also affects of the accuracy on the recognition, and also different facial expression also, and height orientation, and accessories like sunglasses or cap, and also the person's makeup also affects on the accuracy. So some methods to address these challenges is use large-scale deep network, convolutional neural network, for example, more than 1.6 billion parameters, and train on the very huge data, for example, 200 million image of 8 million different identities, and also optimize it for specific loss function for this person face identification. And recently, so a method is 3D face recognition, comparing the 3D mesh of faces. So one of the method is FaceNet method. Is this method is learns Euclidean embeddings per image, and it measures this similarity by measuring square L2 distance. If the face of the same person has small distance, and different person have a large distance, large Euclidean distance. And this method uses triplet loss. This is the architecture, the model architecture. We in this triplet loss, we train these 3 images. First is one image, one person's image, and also positive is the same image of this person, and the negative is a different person. So we choose the images has less distance with negative, and has large distance with positive. This we call this hard examples. Actually, it has to be this distance has small. So after learning, this distance becomes small, and with negative is will be large. So this is a interface of this system. It identifies a person and its name, accuracy, and records of the data when it entered, and time, date, also when he and her exit. in the journal. This face verification method, so it first captures person image and crop the face area and send to feed to deep convolutional neural network. This network embeds to 100 so small vector, for example, 128 dimensional vector. So it's suitable to compare two vectors than two images. So we compare this Euclidean distance of two images, this vector with the vectors in the stored in database, and we set threshold, for example, 0.3. If this distance is less than this threshold, so it's we define that it's the same person. So otherwise, it's different. This is just equation for measuring the distance. So in this paper, we studied an access control system using face recognition, and the interface of the access control system based at the FaceNet method and the face recognition are presented, and the face recognition based access control system are compared with other biometric systems. So feature work will focus on improving the system automatically register unseen persons and recognize in the next appearance, and also to add some liveness detection function, and to add liveness detection function to this system. So thank you for attention.
Okay, thank you for your great presentation. So anyone have question for him?
Me, I would like to ask to
Yes.
Mr. Gabbett. So I'm just curious, is it works in a low light?
Low light?
Yeah.
No, it's actually works. So it's normal light. So one of the difficulties lighting. Thank you for your question.
Okay, so I have another question. Could you please explain again about the contribution of your work?
Distribution. Using this existent face net method, we designed a system for access control system, and so registering so authorized person's entrance time and exit time. This is an application of method, face recognition method.
Okay, thank you again for your presentation. Okay, so let's move on to the next presentation. The next presentation will be about the robotic process automation challenge overview. So it seems like the presenter has not yet showed up. Okay, so we are going to give him, we are going to wait for him for a couple of minutes for the next presenter.
Professor Kao,
Okay.
actually, I have present now, but my paper is the last one. Then I move to the moving forwards.
Okay,
So
that's right, Prof. That's right,
while
Prof.
waiting for
Okay.
others to join, so I can present my paper.
Okay, that's good.
Is it
Okay, so
okay?
everyone, so please welcome Prof. Advisor to speak about sensing system. Okay, everyone, so please welcome him.
Hmm. While waiting others presenter, maybe they not yet joined, so I also have paper for this conference, but my turn is the last one. If okay, now if someone is joined, let check his. I saw is someone joining. Let him. We check him what paper for them. So let he presents first. Professor Kau, you can check. I saw Muhammad Hedin just joining in this group. You can check it to him. Yeah, which paper he is
Okay,
presenting.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, Dr. Muhammad. Can you hear me? Okay, so please unmute your microphone.
Yeah, I am Muhammad Hadin from Sultan Agung Islamic University in Semarang, Central Java, Indonesia.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
My student in presentation in session 2, yeah, OB.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the paper to be presented,
Yes.
Prof?
Okay. The paper DGS based on fuzzy logic for prediction virus transformer. Okay, thank you, Professor. I stay in Zoom, yeah.
I see. Professor Kao, seems Muhammad Nadim is already presented by his student. So the paper already presented. So I think it's no more presentations. Is it true, Prof. Muhammad Nadim? Your paper is already presented by your students?
Yes.
Okay,
My
okay,
student
I see.
presented
Understand. Okay.
paper. Okay, thank you.
So you just joining this group, I see. We thought you are is a new presenters from the other paper. It's okay, no problem. You can join, you can stay connected to the Zoom. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Prof.
How is it, Prof. Kao? I think we just go ahead rather than we are keep silence. We continue presenting. As I said, I have a paper also to present.
So actually, I think we can give we can wait for a couple of minutes because the time for the next presenter.
Oh, not yet.
Not yet started yet.
Okay, okay, I see. We're waiting for their schedule.
Okay, so the next presenter will be presenting their paper at 11. So, okay, so give him a couple of minutes, then we can go ahead.
11? I don't see 11 over there.
The 11 a.m. Korean
49.
time. Yeah, 49. Yes, he will be started. He will be started his presentation at 11 a.m. Korea time.
Okay, I see. Okay, we're waiting for a few minutes.
Okay. Okay, hello everyone. So I want to anyone here to be presenter 49. Probe advisor. So presenter 49 doesn't show up. So could you please go ahead with your presentation? Okay, please unmute your microphone.
I think, oh yeah, thank you, Professor Kau. I think we just confirm another one is 49, 27, 30 as the sequence.
Yes.
Because my one is the last one is 55. If no, I will present my paper. 27
Okay,
also
so
not.
okay, so you can go ahead because the presenter 49 doesn't show up. I'm sorry.
Okay,
27.
I saw in the message is 27 is already joins. Yeah.
Hello everyone. My name is
Yes,
Shreya.
27, you can. Okay.
Yeah. Can I please share my screen first?
Yes.
Okay, so
Just a second.
okay, welcome to our conference. So please go ahead with your presentation.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, yeah, you are able to share your screen now. Please check again.
Okay. Okay, just a second. Now it's visible. Is it visible? Hello?
Yes.
Is it visible?
No, not
Can you
visible.
share?
Just
I think you try to stop, say and say again.
1 second.
You as a co-host now, I believe you can share your screen.
1 second. Unable to share that. Let me try again. Screen sharing. Yeah, say screen share. दोबारा ज्वाइन करनी पड़ेगी
Okay, so we are seeing now.
Good to go?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, just a second. Basically, this project I have made on my MTech during my MTech. So this is basically on the smart parking system. So the idea came from one day I went to a mall and I just observed that there is a lot of time taking when I am going to a mall for a parking and everything. So basically, this is automation in this. So I have made my project on the smart parking system. Okay, so basically, the agenda was in this era where everything is getting digitalized, this can be a new trend. Smart parking system which enables the user to find the nearest parking area and gives ability for parking slots in the respective parking area. So it mainly focus on the reducing time in finding the parking lots, and it also avoids the unnecessary traveling to the filled parking lots and parking area. So also this basically reduces the fuel consumption also in time by reducing the time. So if I'm going to a mall, so this is like a web application. I'm pre-booking my slot, and just I'm going to the mall, I'm showing my receipt number that this is the booked parking which I have made. And so this is the basic idea about that. So I'll share you the design of this. One second. Yeah, I'll explain through you my design algorithm. Yeah, this is basically my design. See, this is my web app. Okay, and one day I'm going to a mall. Okay, so through a web app, I'm pre-booking my slot for a particular time. Like for example, I'm booking my slot for 2 hours. So basically, I log into the website. I'll check for the availability, that whichever slot is available, I'll try to book it. And the online payment option is there. So basically, in that particular app, the rates, the amount will be reflected. So for particular an hour wise, the amount will be reflected. Suppose I am booking it for 2 hours, so the particular payment will be done, and I'm going to the parking gateway. I'll show that receipt to that particular whatever the parking person is available. Okay, and I'll park my car and I'll go. And when I'll return, if it is extending the time duration which the slot I have booked, so at the time of exit mid module also, the payment excess, if it is exceeding the time which is which payment I have done, it will completely show at the exit term whether any due payment is also there, if it exceeding any time. Okay. And also, I have designed the two users for this. One is that for the particular user who is logging into the website, one is for the parking management system. So parking management system can handle the database also, and they can see whatever the hello, I'm audible? Hello. Okay. And person, and I'm sorry about the parking module. The parking module user can see the available slots in the system, whichever the available slot is there. Because if any person uh, is not coming with the booking the slot, so he can just manage and he can guide him whatever the slot is available and whatever the thing is available. So basically this is the idea of this. And basically I just made it for a time saving option, because if in a weekend I'm going to a mall and everything, this is like a very challenging thing for us to get a parking really. So this is basically the idea of making a project for this. And in the future also, if we want to modify it, we can just install the Google Maps also in it, to guide that person in for to get if to get the particular to guide for just for the guidance, for the directions. That's it. Anyone up for any question?
Okay, I think you can finish your presentation, and then other people will give the question at the end of your presentation.
This is up. If I can show you the front end also. Right now I'm not available, but just I have the screenshot of that which I have created right now. Just a minute, I'll show you. Um, yeah. Oh, yeah. This was the basic what I have designed. This is the login panel. Okay, so you have to log in first for this, and after that the dashboard will be available. So you have to like pre-book the slots according to the timing and everything. I'll increase the size for this, just a minute. So basically this was the thing. So like from here, you like this is the layout which I have designed. Yeah, that's it. If anyone wants to ask any question.
Okay, so please finish your presentation first,
Okay.
and the audience can ask question at the end of your presentation.
That's done from my side. If anyone wants to ask any question.
Okay, so anyone have question for her?
Just simple questions.
Yeah.
What kind parameter you detect from the car or vehicles? Is that a plate number or camera image recognition, or what kind of parameter you are as your base?
Didn't got it. Can you pardon, please?
Okay, you are using smart parking.
Yeah.
So when they are or vehicle,
Your voice is getting dropped down.
what
I'm
kind
not
of
able.
parameters? Is it use a CCTV or camera capturing the car, or
Huh?
plate number as a recognition plate number?
Huh?
I don't see
Hello?
your diagram. So you got like this car details.
Huh?
You are referred to which parameter on the car?
Yeah, exactly. When I am logging into the portal, the specifically details will come in that particular area to fill the car details, the vehicle number, and everything. So this will get registered automatically. It will come. Yeah.
So sorry, can you show
Hello.
these slides on top of
Hello.
this material?
Hello. Uh, your
Hello.
voice is not audible properly.
I think he wants to ask like
The
what kind
diagram,
of
diagram.
technique you
Diagram you
use.
want. Just a minute. I'll show you the
Yes,
diagram.
I saw in this material or on your slide as well. The top bits before this coding, I think.
Yeah, this one.
Scroll up.
Ye-
No, no,
Okay.
no. The diagram, the diagram. Okay, this one.
Okay.
This one. Stop.
This one.
So you use okay diagrams.
Hmm.
No, no diagram. Just now. Uh, not this
This
ones. Below
this
this.
one. This
Below
one.
the picture. This one. Yes, the bigger.
Yeah, exactly. This
Uh,
thing
uh,
I've made
uh,
for the like future preference. Like we can include the webcams also. We can include the Google Maps also in this for the future reference if we want, if anyone wants to make the application on it. So this is like an advanced thing which can be done in the future. So like this, for this purpose I have made this.
no, I saw you use a CC camera.
Hmm.
So this camera, what kind of object you
Basically
will
it's,
shoot?
yeah, this camera is there is basically to monitor basically the slots, the parking availability, that's it.
So this, I just to ask, what the main parameter
Hmm.
that you are as a main primary parameter for the detections. Let's
Yeah,
say,
exactly.
means someone use plate number pattern recognitions, someone use weight, someone use object detection. So I just to know in your systems what
Hmm.
kind of you use in this.
Yeah,
Is it a
but
camera? Is it
so yeah, exactly. For basically the idea which I have created for now, the web portal which I have created, the CCTV is for just the observation. But it's like in the future, I am telling you, like if we want to install, make an application on it, we can use also the Google Maps also for the directions and everything. It is just for the observation. That's it, which I have designed.
okay? Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Prof.
yeah.
Gao.
Okay, thank you for your great presentation.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Okay, good job. Thank you very much for joining us. And hello, everyone. So please identify yourself if you are the presenter for the next presentation. So we are waiting for the presenter 49, 30, and 55. Prof. Advisor, I think
Yes.
you can go ahead with your presentation.
All right. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Prof.
Let me share slide first. Okay, can you see my slide? Can you see?
Yes, yes, I can see very
Okay.
well.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much to give me a chance to present my paper on this conference, International Conference on Smart Computing and Cybersecurity. Okay, I have paper Smart Sensing for Detection and Forecasting uh, Forest Fire in Riau Province, Indonesia. So I am as the authors and Professor Absi and Sri Lestera is a co-author. All right, okay. There's the outline of the presentation is got problem statements, objectives, methodology, smart sensor, result and forecasting and conclusion. So the problem in our state, especially in Riau province, Indonesia, there is regularly fires or wildfire is most of everywhere, especially in the dry season or summer season. Actually, is we are don't have a summer season. We have only two season raining and summer seasons. So normally on the drying seasons, with the hot suns, so the land is typically is very easy to get fires when the hot sun. So we have to identify and mitigate this issue. Currently, most of method to detect a fire hotspot is using satellite image. Use satellites like weather satellite or to capture or to detect the hot spots on the forest fire. So there is some of weakness. We try to overcome this issue. Satellite is disadvantage such as cannot penetrate when cloudy. When the hot suns got the hot spots, sometime in the night time they cannot penetrate clearly, or when the cloudy or something like that. So a lot of accuracy because of the long distance as well. This figure or something like number hotspot, especially in the Sumatra. This west part of Indonesia is Sumatra. Our Riau is here. This Riau. Actually, this Riau province, Pekanbaru is the capital. So there is number of the fire hotspot regularly, even though it's not summer season or drying season. There is a few number of spots. There's because of the land. So this always the number of spots. So there is a record data for the last year. The worst, one of the worst case, there is lot of the fire, and our is the central is like a red zone on the this fire and the wildfire. So actually in Indonesia, this all Indonesia, basically is Sumatra and Kalimantan, especially West Kalimantan and middle of Sumatra is very uh, high potential to get wildfire. So this last year data. So this last year data also 2019 on September, there's the index of the air quality is up to the dangerous, more than 300. So this is very bad for community and peoples. So this how imagine the air pollution and the city with the haze and the something dust or smoke, something like that. So this just figure. So this indicator on the city, the government installed the monitorings of the air quality. So they indicate very dangerous. So this just some figure. This is another data. So among 34 of state in Indonesia, Riau is one of the highest number of hotspots in the wildfire. So based on this data, so we're trying to identify the problem. This figure imagine how the fire goes to the wild and the forest as well as the land and the community. So this, as I said, current method is most using also satellite image. Is the this image when the clear sky, when there's something like cloudy, there is satellite cannot penetrate the number hotspot clearly. So we trying to overcome with the ground sensing satellite. So in this research, we trying to use something like ground sensing as a comparison, as assisting of the satellite image on the sensing or smart sensing. So to get a fire hotspots, to find the accuracy less than 1 meter. So so far the accuracy more or less about 1 kilometer for the satellite image. So we try to minimize a number of the accuracies. So alert systems, monitoring environment as well. So this area of Riau state, Riau province. So we install some station, especially in the forest that high potential to get a fire. Although this Riau is a quite large area, so it's not all forest or all the wild or the land is potential to become get the fire. Some area is normals, because certain area is very dangerous because the typical of land is like peatlands. Peatland is something like soft lands with the dryings. When the dry, the land is the peatland is dryings, very easy to get fire. Even there is no one to get fire the lands, they automatically with the leaf, dry leaf, everything very easy. So it is typical of land. We install some of the stations, monitoring system in the forest to capture uh, the number of spot by detecting some parameter like temperatures, humidity, winds, the using this. So this we in board of technology is a satellite and the ground sensing. So these diagrams. Then there is concept of the what the system. Area potential with the so because the strategic area to cover the forest. This how to calculate the of square meter area. So area by how how many sensor is ideally to install. So we calculate based on that. So able to take a cost investment. So we have to install many sensor. The cost is there and the maintenance as well. So the house, the sensor send the data back to the backend system. So every sensor monitorings and get the data we send backend system. Sensor we made in our labs. This sensor and this some of parameter like temperatures, humidity, even the fire sensing when the red color in the night they got sensing. So a few parameter as comparisons. So to get the data more accurate is we stick one parameter. Let's say only temperature is sometimes is temperature high is not representing the fire. So we got like parameter like haze, smoke, humidity. So we comparison. We do comparisons. So in the end, we go conclude good decision. The final decision whether this is fire or not. Sometimes just noise. Let's say there is smokes. Maybe motorcycle or the vehicle pass through, making the smoke, but it's not real fire. Only the noise we consider is it's not real data. It's just noise. So this embedded system we install, we deploy on the site or the in the forest. So we use this parameter temperature with the lower, middle, and the 35. So this humidity is comparison. We did test in the lab scale, so to make sure the system or the sensor is workable is our friend. So this data from the months we got data from the sensor, January, February, and there's 5 years before. So this data with the number hotspot, like 2019, we got 35 February, and this all data. This all data based on the sensing detection in these systems. So we consider is not any hotspot is consider fire. We identify that hotspot is potential to get a wildfire. Let's say the small hotspot, they just small is not potential to get wildfire. A small hotspot that maybe a few hours and the time later on they will stop is not considered the hotspot. We identify hotspot that is very dangerous and very potential. So this like the community, their fire, their rubbish, their or satellite is detected, but small hotspot there community fire rubbish. This is not potentially get a wildfire because they are is manageable fire is not very potential. In this case, we consider it's a big fire. So this is time series the graph capture based on the data sensing. So we use ARIMA models to analyze and forecasting. So based on the data we got from sensing, we got the data as time series data. So we analyze with ARIMA models, time series data to do a prediction. So let's say for the future next month, based on the data retrieved from the sensor, so we can do predicts and forecasting how is possible, and we can do a prevention or preventive actions and compare to the actual data. So we collect all data, the real data from satellites, real data from the sensing, and the forecasting. So we do comparison. As in the end, we can conclude, we can determine the accuracy, high accuracy number by our spot. Then in the width zone, okay, as well, and the width station in the width area. So a government authority can do preventive action, precautions before the fire happen. So this is what we did in this research. Actually, is to do is a smart sensor as as main allow the area. Sensing is good. They are good in accuracy, but in small cover, satellite is made cover area but low accuracy. So we combine both of technology to overcome this issue. So in the end, we conclude and determine in the decision. Five, we can do forecast the 5 months ahead. So in this first month, 25, 35, we can, based on analysis, we can predict, we can do forecasting on the hotspot, number or hotspot. So based on this research, we can conclude that because the time is almost over, so we can predict is the average number of hotspot 5 months ahead is 25, 31, 36, based on. So the more data we can predict more time. It is up to maybe can up to 1 years. This 5 months we can predict to 1 year ahead. So we can do and assist a government to preventive action for this fire situation. I think that's all my presentation. Thank you very much for your attentions.
Okay, thank you for your wonderful presentation. So anyone have question for him? Anyone have question? Okay, so I have question. Okay, um, so could you please share with us about the cost for installing the sensor? So how about the cost compared to the other approach?
Sensor?
Yeah, the sensor. So the cost for
Pardon?
installing for setup the
Okay.
sensor.
Oh, I see. Okay. Actually, a sensor per the cost is quite cheap, about $100 per zone per we actually we built our own sensor with the Arduino controllers. So there is some parameter like temperature, humidity, like carbon dioxide, haze or dust or smoke. So with the four parameter we built in our labs. So the cost about $100 per unit. So so we deploy sensor in the forest, and we use a wireless sensor networks system. So each sensor is communicate each other, and there is one sensor is a gateway to send data to backend systems. So let's say in the one of the area we and this main sensor is a gateway to collect all the data and send back to the backend system through the GPRS system, GSM system. So we collect this data every day. So in the backend system, we have a system to analyze the data. So actually, the raw data, huge number of data, we do a filtering. Some just noise data, yeah, do filtering. So backend system, we have another systems, computing to do the analysis.
Okay, thank you, Prof. So
Okay.
I have another question. So you have a set of sensor installed deployed in the forest. Okay, so how you can provide the power, electricity to that devices?
Yeah, we use solar power, solar panels, because actually the well sensor very low powers, very low powers. So we put a battery inside. So when they are daytime, they will charging with the solar panels. In the night time, they use battery, because we design Snow's wireless sensor networks is low powers. There is battery inside. So daytime there is sunlight. They charging with the solar panels, and when the nighttime they use battery. Yeah. The
Thank
sun.
you, Prof.
Okay, all
Thank
right,
you for
all
your
right,
answer.
all right.
Okay, so
I have questions. As I guess, I have few questions.
Okay,
Actually,
welcome.
yeah. It's quite interesting topic. Actually, I was doing research on time series prediction. So you said like you're using ARIMA algorithm, right? So
Yeah.
have you ever checked another algorithm, like, and did you compare it with them? Like how many, which of them like better to use for time series prediction? Is there any algorithm to compare with this one?
So far, we use because the data we collect is a time series. So far, we use only ARIMA mathematical analysis, the ones ARIMA models, time series. We not yet compared to another, but because of the data is by the time is data number of data become huge, we try because the ARIMA use time series currently is just small of data is I think is should be okay. So in the future we try to get to approach another methods maybe like a neural network or deep learning uh, deep learning to analyze our data because by the time we collect data day by day is the data become huge, become big number of data. So we need to choose another method to do analysis of data. We trying to approach deep learnings as current algorithms. Hopefully we can do a comparison as the current model is ARIMA. Thank you.
And yeah, you're saying like a lot of data. How many data are you using to check per day?
Data about around 10,000 raw data.
This one you used to predict 1 month before, right? Or 5 months, as you say. I'm
Because
interested.
every day
There is you say like you result is for 5 months ahead, right?
the 5 month is
Prediction data, right? 5 months ahead.
forecasting for the we collect years. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like, for example, if you predict
Do a
first month
forecasting
before,
prediction.
oh sorry.
So one is the forecasting or predictions.
Sorry, maybe internet connection is a little bit slow. So I wanted as like you're using data to predict, for example, 1 month before, 1 month ahead, and you're saying 5 months ahead. Like, are you using that first month to predict to the fifth month data, like a prediction? Because if you predict 1 month, after that, like a real result, real life will be different, right? So after that, you have to analyze the real data with your predicted one. So whether you're using the first one data to predict another one, upcoming months. I think your voice is unmuted. Oh, you unmuted. Sorry. Hello. You I unmuted.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I mute the
It's
microphone.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we do a prediction based on the data we achieve. We take a few years. Then the prediction we do comparison with the real time data.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, just to do a comparisons, to do comparison. Anyhow, the real time data because we're using real time data is too late. We can do preventive actions. So if we can do forecasting, let's say 5 months ahead, we expected to have a few number hotspots, so we can inform the authority. So it's alert. There is potential hotspot. We do prediction is alert to the government as the preventive actions. Anyhow, we use real time data. We use real time data. Direct from sensor is we cannot do as like alert system or preventive action because the real time already happens. So anyhow, we compare real time data and predictions.
Okay, got it. Thank you for answer.
All right.
Thank you for your presentation, Professor Advisor. Okay, hello everyone. So if you as anyone here, if you as a next presenter, so please let me know. So we are waiting for presenter 49 and 30. Is there anyone to be the next presenter? Hello everyone, we are waiting for presenter 49 and 30. If you are one of them, so please let me know. Okay, hello everyone. So there are some reason presenter foreigner and presenter 30 will not show up. So actually, according to our schedule, so the time frame for their presentation already gone. So I believe that we can stop here. And so before we stop, so I would like to hear if anyone here have a comment and question. So Professor Advisor, do you want to say something?
I think that's all. Thank you very much, Carl, for your host for this morning session. Thank you very much. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you everyone for your contribution, for the wonderful presentation and participation. I believe that our conference successfully conducted, and thank you again for you. So we can stop here. I hope that everyone will join us next year in the conference, hopefully. Okay, so goodbye, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Thank you, Mr. Nguyen.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you,
Thanks.
everyone. Thank you for all
Assalamualaikum.
your wonderful presentation.